So this is going to be a bit of a down video today. Now, I've just been sort of looking through a lot of a lot of articles and stuff like that. A lot of laws trying to be pushed here and in the States and in Europe. I do actually think the snake keeping is not going to be around forever. A lot of people are trying to take these animals away from us. Like PETA and stuff like that, and a lot of other organizations. They don't really realize that these snakes, they are bred in captivity and stuff like that as well. They're not harming wild populations, and they're not having a miserable life. If they were, they wouldn't actually live longer in captivity than what they do in the wild. So that's a bit of a no-brainer, really. So there's a lot of people trying to take away your snakes, guys, and it's important to try to fight for your rights and actually be a really responsible keeper, okay? Please don't, give anything to them. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, alright? For every retic that's dumped in a canal, every snake that's abandoned in a box in a park, that is a card in their deck and 3 cards out of our deck. That they can use against us. And every time this happens, snakes being banned is getting closer and closer. There's talks of certain genuses being banned across the whole of Europe because there's invasive species in Spain, which is a bit daft, really, because some of the snakes in the genus aren't actually even invasive in Spain, and they certainly wouldn't be able to become invasive in Britain or Germany, other places like that. So there's no need to have a whole European-wide ban, but it is just another excuse to stop us keeping snakes. And the more they push and push and push, the closer they'll get to it. There's been a law passed recently in the UK, alright? This law really does make it quite difficult to breed snakes sometimes. It does actually, one of the points in the original draft, I don't know if it's in the final draft that was actually released, was that you can't keep 2 snakes together, which is fine, but then what that actually translates into is not just cohabitation, it's actually translating to you can't breed the snakes. That's the real translation there. I can completely understand with the size stuff that they were going on about. So you have to, to be like a registered breeder type of thing, you have to go off like the minimum size guides. I think that's fine. I'm on board with that, really. That's just taking the hobby further on into the modern era. But with some of the stuff, it's a bit sketchy, like what I just said about the cohabitation thing. Well, their heart is possibly in the right place, but it's possibly not. They possibly know what they're doing, and they know that you can't breed snakes if you don't keep them together. So it's a bit of a tough one, guys, really. I personally do believe that eventually snakes will be banned across Europe. Maybe across the UK and America as well. They certainly are trying their best. Like in America, they've had the Lacey Act. Luckily, that was lifted, which I'm really happy to see. And there's always like articles and stuff like that, and legislation trying to be pushed. Like I was watching Chris Hardwick's video the other day, and he said that in a certain state they were trying to ban all constrictor snakes, which would include ball pythons, and that is silly. That is based off fear mongering. It's not based off scientific evidence at all. It is just saying that, like, this is a constrictor snake, alright, and that legislation is basically claiming that this snake could kill me. It can't kill me. That's silly. It couldn't kill anything. This snake wouldn't be able to kill a full-size rat. No way, You certainly wouldn't be able to kill any household pets, like a dog or a cat. It's not going to kill a child and eat the child. I mean, look how small it is. It's based off all these legislations and bits of paper that are being thrown around. they're done by people that have never kept snakes in their life. They've never done 1 minute of homework, and they've probably never interacted with a snake. If they had, then they wouldn't be pushing it, because they'd realise that this is not going to hurt you. I do think at some point in the next couple of years, I do believe that giant snakes will be banned in the UK, which would be tragic, because more people are actually killed by dogs every year than giant snakes. But they just think because we're reptile keepers, they can bully us and push us around. But I hope that we don't let that happen. I hope that we up our responsibilities on our own part, keep responsibly, and try to stop all this foolish legislation from being passed. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Again, please be a responsible keeper. It doesn't just affect you, it affects all of us. So please be responsible. If you made it this far, guys, make sure you subscribe and smash the notifications icon. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this topic. I'd love to hear from you all. I'll definitely reply to you. Thank you for spending some time with me here today and seeing this gorgeous fire girl here. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.